Dear children, welcome to Biology Online classes. So, in the previous class, we have seen the definition of health disease, okay, and we have also seen what are the ways by which we can prevent disease or how we can keep ourselves healthy, isn't it? Through balanced diet, personal hygiene, regular exercise, etc. is very much needed to maintain the health, isn't it? And then what? Yoga can be done, or awareness about diseases and their effect on the body should be there. And for many diseases vaccines are there, so vaccination can be taken about against various infectious diseases, okay. Then by not allowing the multiplication of vectors, many of the diseases as they are spread by vectors, isn't it? So all this we have seen. And there are two types of diseases I told mainly. What are they? Infectious and non-infectious. What is non-infectious disease? The disease which can transmit easily from one person to another are known as what? Infectious disease. And non-infectious means which will not easily spread from one person to another, okay. It will not get transmit from one person to another, okay. Some of the infectious diseases can be very fatal also, like AIDS, isn't it? And example for non-infectious disease is what? Cancer, isn't it? And drug and alcohol abuse. This is also can be considered as a condition of what? Disease or addiction, isn't it? So all this will affect the health seriously. So now we will study about various types of diseases, examples of diseases, and the symptoms, causative organisms, etc. So it will be better while reading this you can make a table, okay, including what? Causative name of the disease, causative organisms, symptoms, okay. Then vaccination, if it is there, what is the name of it? So if you make table, then it will be very easy for you to remember. Okay. So we can classify the diseases into bacterial diseases, viral diseases, fungal diseases, protozoan diseases. Likewise, depends upon the agents that causes the disease. Okay. So let's see one by one. So first one, what we are going to study is typhoid. Okay. You might have heard, isn't it? Typhoid is one of the what fever, isn't it? Means many of the diseases you see, there will be what? Fever associated with that. Why it is happening? Actually, it's a mechanism of our body to resist the diseases. By increasing the body temperature, our body is trying to what? Make an environment that is not suitable for the microorganisms to live. Understood? So you can see typhoid also is kind of or associated with fever. And the organism is a bacteria called what? Salmonella typhi. Okay, so Salmonella typhi is the what? The causative organism. It's a bacteria, okay. And the how they enter through the food, okay, contaminated food and water. Understood? Through the contaminated food and water they enter into the digestive system, okay, or small intestine, and from there they will go to different parts of the body, okay, through blood. So symptoms you see: sustained high fever, okay, without what? Coming down. High fever will be there, 39 to 40 degrees Celsius. Then weakness, stomach pain, constipation, headache, and loss of appetite. Okay, so these are the symptoms of what? The typhoid. Okay, so what are they? Weakness, fever. I told it's a symptom of many of the diseases. Okay, so here also you can see fever, 39 to 40 degree centigrade. Then weakness, stomach pain, constipation means the what properly motion won't be there, okay. Then headache, loss of appetite. These are the symptoms. So you can notice one thing, as it is affecting the small intestine or digestive system. Okay, there will be symptoms associated with that, like what? Stomach pain, constipation, loss of appetite. These will be due to what? Due to the what? As the organism is what? Attacking the digestive system. And okay, and if it is not treated, what can happen? Intestinal perforation means what? Some holes can happen in the intestine, and that can lead to death. Okay, so the how we will confirm that this is typhoid or any other what kind of disease? By a test known as Widal test. Okay, so Widal test is used for confirming what? Typhoid. Understood? Then you there is one funny fact, that is there is one lady known as Mary, who was cook by profession, and she used to spread this disease to many of the people, okay, who visited her or who had food from her. Okay, so this is a funny means thing. She was called, or she was having the nickname Typhoid Mary. Okay, so what happened? She used to spread this disease from what her to many people. Understood? So she was called as Typhoid Mary. Okay, so Widal test is the test that is used for confirming what? Typhoid. Then what is the causative organism? Salmonella typhi. Okay, what is the symptoms? What are the symptoms? Okay, high fever. Understood? High fever, that is existing as 39 to 40 degrees centigrades. Weakness, stomach pain, constipation, all these are the symptoms. Okay, then next is what? Next disease is pneumonia. Okay, pneumonia is the next disease. Okay, so pneumonia is caused by bacteria like Streptococcus pneumoniae. Okay, Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenzae. Okay, so this too can what? Cause the what? Pneumonia. Understood? So this is what? Bacteria which causes pneumonia. Pneumonia means what? Any like have you heard about the COVID pneumonia? Okay, so in that case also, what happens here is the um the alveoli. Okay, alveoli will get infected or their inflammation happens. Okay, so pneumonia, normal pneumonia is caused by bacteria like Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenzae. Okay, and this what happens due to the infection? Alveoli will get filled with fluid. So what will happen? It will not be able to what? Do the normal respirations, isn't it? So the symptoms of this are what? Fever, chills, okay, feeling cold, then cough and headache. Okay, and if it is not treated, what will happen? The lips, fingers, okay, fingernails, etc., will become gray to bluish color due to what? Due to the less oxygen. If lungs is not able to work properly, what will happen? More carbon dioxide rich blood will be there, and that results in this color change. Okay, so how this disease is spreaded? By inhaling the droplets or aerosols. Okay, so like this, or by sharing the utensils, okay, that is used by the infected person. Is it clear? So by either by what? Inhaling any fever also, corona also, all this are what? They are caused by, or they are spread by what? Inhaling of the droplets. Okay, that is one method. Other is what? By sharing the things, isn't it? That's what we are covering the face with mask when the disease is infecting our respiratory system. How we can prevent? By covering the nose by a mask, isn't it? And I told by sharing the things also it can get spread. So only we are asked to wash our hands properly. Okay, so like this, what the person who is infected can have what their alveoli infected in the lungs. Okay, so like this, is it clear? Fever, chills, cough, headache, all these are examples. If it is persisting, then what it has to be checked for pneumonia. Okay, so is it clear then? Bacteria, two bacterial diseases we have studied. What are they? Typhoid and pneumonia. Understood? Now, dysentery, plague, diphtheria, all these are other kind of bacterial diseases. Okay, so lot of bacterial diseases are there. Among that, two we have seen. So next disease that are caused by viruses, okay, are common cold. So common cold is caused by a group of virus called rhinovirus. Okay, so there are different groups of virus like coronavirus. So this is another group known as rhinovirus. Okay, so the difference is that between pneumonia and this is what they infect the upper respiratory tract. Okay, not the lungs. So you may have experienced this common cold. The various symptoms are nasal congestion, okay, and discharge, sore throat, hoarseness. Hoarseness means what? The sound will become very rough. Okay, then cough, headache, tiredness, all these are the symptoms of what? Common cold. And usually it will last for 3 to 7 days. So how the infection happens? Through droplets, okay, inhalation. Okay, when an infected person sneezes or coughs, what will happen? The droplets will get enter into the body, and also by touching the contaminated objects. Okay, like if an infected person is touching some object, okay, after what having the droplet in his hands, and that may get spread by this. Okay, so contaminated objects also, if you take, what happens? That can lead to infect. Okay, means the spreading of infection. So we have studied a bit now what two, that is bacterial diseases and viral, two bacterial diseases and one viral disease. Now we are going to study about another disease caused by protozoa. Okay, example is malaria. Okay, so malarial parasite is what? It's a protozoan, not the what? The mosquito. I have told this many times, isn't it? The causative organism of malaria is plasmodium. Okay, so this was a very severe disease that existed in the world before. Okay, so the protozoans. Okay, there are different types of protozoan or species of protozoan that can cause this disease, and they include what? Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malaria, and Plasmodium falciparum. Okay, so these are the different kinds of what? Plasmodium which can cause the malaria. What are they? Plasmodium vivax, okay, Plasmodium malaria, and Plasmodium falciparum. Okay, and they are responsible for the different types of malaria. Okay, and the malignant or the fatal type of malaria is caused by the species Plasmodium falciparum. Okay, Plasmodium falciparum causes what? The serious and fatal type of malaria. Okay, and malarial parasites needs two hosts. Okay, the two hosts are, one is man, okay, and the other is female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, so in this two hosts they complete their life cycle. Okay, so first of all, what happened? The plasmodium enters to the human body as sporozoids. Okay, sporozoids, or that is the infectious form of plasmodium. Okay, so they enter in the form of spindle shaped what cells called what, the sporozoids. Understood? And once they enter into the body, they will go into the liver. Okay, in the liver they will get attached. Okay, and in the liver cells they start what growing. Understood? And they undergo asexual reproduction, and then they'll be released into the RBCs. Okay, from the liver cells. Liver cells, what happens in the liver cells? They reproduce by asexual mode of reproduction. Okay, and then they will get released into the blood, and after that they enter into the RBCs. Okay, they enter into the RBCs. Okay, and then in the RBCs they undergo further growth, and even they do sexual reproduction. Okay, sexual stages will be developed. Okay, so these are known as gametocytes, the sexual stages. Okay, male and female gametes will be produced, and this will be taking place in the RBC. And this gametocytes are actually taken by the mosquito. Understood? Mosquito, when it bites this person, what happens from his blood? The gametocytes, okay, they will get enter into the body of the mosquito, and in the mosquito they undergo sexual reproduction, means fertilization happens there. Okay, and they will get transported to the salivary gland of the mosquito, and in the salivary gland they'll be what there. Understood? So then what happens? So in the form of sporozoids they will get stored in the salivary glands, and when these mosquitoes bites a human being, again sporozoids will be introduced into the new person. Okay, so you can see that when they enter into the blood, okay, RBCs, blood's RBCs, and they grow, RBCs will get burst, and that release a toxin, okay, known as hemozoin, and this results in the chills. Okay, and increased fever. Okay, during 3 to 4 days. Okay, or that happens in a recurring what type of means recurring type, means every 3 to 4 days at a particular time. Okay, they will have high fever, and this is due to a toxic substance released by the parasite. Okay, that toxic substance is known as what, hemozoin, and that is released okay, release of toxic substance by the plasmodium causes the what, the chills. Okay, chills and high fever that occurs in a recurring type. Understood? Then the rupture of RBCs, means when this is happening, when the RBCs are burst. Okay, so about malaria you understood now. Malaria parasite plasmodium requires two hosts, the female Anopheles mosquito and the human being, and female Anopheles mosquito also acts as a vector. Okay, so they perform two functions. One is they act as the second the host. Okay, the host, and also it is acting as the vector. So hope this much is very clear. We will continue in the next class. Thank you.